We are back on the Shady Rays postgame show, Blitzball Battle 3. Head on over to shadyrays.com, type in the keyword warehouse. You're going to get 40% off your next pair of shades. Pete Moylan, Chris Rose, we just watched the exciting 4-3 comeback win by Lovia's. I guess never a doubt.
Amazing performance. Dalton Feely really stepped up for me. Nicky Cass had some questions about himself early on in the game. I'd love to hear about that. But Feely, man, nice job, fellas. Nice job. You my pick, so I can't say that on air.
Wow.
I just did.
You just, yeah. But you did for like the 7th time.
I know. I'm confident in the voice.
Time right now to find out who our Shady Rays player of the game is. And once again, type in the keyword warehouse. You're going to save 40% on your next pair of shades. Plus, you're going to move to the top of the line in terms of our collab between Shady Rays and John Boy Media.
Yes.
Coming out later this summer. Jimmy's got a pair.
Sure does.
Jake's got a pair.
Man, they're nice
Paxton, Rose, Moylan don't have a pair, but that is quite okay. So our Shady Rays player of the game, Paxton Elrod, is...
Dalton Feely and Nicky Cass, truthfully, them together, definitely players of the game. Dalton, I'm going to start with you. Peter Moylan started off this game by saying this matchup was about the other guys, no offense. Talk about how you came into this game, what your mindset was, and how you pulled out this victory.
I mean, we got ice. We both bring very similar energy. The chemistry's there, and we just wanted to come out. We knew it was me versus Zoe because Jack and Nick are two of the best pitchers in this tournament, and so it was really who stepped up, and ultimately Lovia's got the W, which was a big, big win going into the playoffs.
Now, Nicky, you were questioning yourself at some points during this game, but your teammate picked you up. How do you feel about that team chemistry and how you're going to pull out the victory in the end of this tournament?
I feel great. Well, like I said to you earlier when I was coming back, they were hitting the fastball, and there was never a doubt in my mind that Dalton was going to come in and get the job done. We got to be in the fight in order to win it, and we were in the fight the whole way. Never a doubt.
We did that together, baby. You and I, both of us.
So I feel like we should say this now. So we're going to get to Saturday, then to Sunday, then
to get the
banner.
Yeah, right.
Back to you guys in the booth.
All right, gang, thank you very much. As you take a look at the standings, Lovia's obviously the only team that is currently at 2-0. We will see them in the winner's side of the bracket, and who knows, if things break the right way, they could end up being the #1 overall seed. You just never know. As for We Got Ice, tough loss. They finished their regular season at 1-1, but we will see them as one of the top 7 teams in the postseason party. Time to head right now into the media room.
Hey guys.
Hey. Hi, Zack.
Let's start first with the pitching strategy for the second inning.
Yep.
A lot of back and forth between you and Zoe.
Yep.
What was the thought there with kind of the game on the line?
I think strategy was Zoe gets the first out, which he did, and then we needed him to get that second out. So I wanted to leave him in as long as possible. We thought about switching up, but at a certain point, we have to limit the walk-off homer, and I think I had a better chance of giving up a single rather than a homer. Also, for run differential, we needed a walk or a single is much better than like a homer, so that was kind of the strategy. And yeah, I don't know if that was. I don't think that was a good answer.
That was like such a player answer. Like Jackson, for someone who
Are
did
you
the
trying
first
to-
at bat with your hat covering your eyebrows, you're like, hey man, just here so I don't get fined.
Kind of rambled.
Zoe, how'd you feel about your pitches today? Because you were quick, lights out yesterday.
I felt like I pitched the exact same today. Like I threw the same pitches I threw yesterday. I think that just shows that like Lovia's Dalton in general, whenever we play practice, he hits the shit out of me. Like he tees off on me. So I knew that was a problem. I threw the same pitches I threw yesterday. I think it's just a talent. Like I'm not throwing 69, so if you see me long enough, especially if you're a good hitting team like Nicky and Dalton, they're dogs. They're gonna eventually catch up to you. Like it's just to my strategy to get out of that is get a strikeout and then a hard hit ball that maybe me and Jack can make a diving catch on, and then we're like, whew, we're good to go.
Yeah, and there's a couple bounces away from that being like a crazy We Get Ice game. I make that scoop, then I come in and get the K. But they're also hitting me too. I gave up 2 hits in that last inning, so
I'm never
they
gonna
had like 6 hits.
Yeah, I'm never gonna throw like my strategy to win is I throw 64 mile per hour fastballs. As long as I'm in the strike zone, everything else is just up to like, can I get this out?
The gods.
Like, yeah, does it bounce our way? Because I'm not good enough to like blow anyone away.
No homers in this game, but a lot of offense.
Almost homer by you.
A lot of
that would've been nice to
singles, doubles, like a lot of them were getting through. Do your bats still feel hot? Do you think the bats are hot in general in this tournament?
I thought we hit great today.
Yeah, really good hitting. I feel really locked in at the plate. I'm just not even thinking about anything. I'm just swinging at everything and trying to put good plastic on the ball.
I swung at some pitches that like I usually don't swing at, a little antsy, but I think if you go back and look at it, all of their outs were like very good pitches by them. Like I think Nicky struck me and Jack out on like a pipe slider. So it's like I think if we put up 3 runs in a battle game, that's most of the time good enough.
Nicky clutched up. He got those final
Yeah,
2
he was
outs
nasty.
and then didn't really get out. So
Yeah, but I think we're really good hitters.
yeah.
All right, last thing. Couple goofs and gaffes were predicted for this game by you, Zoe.
I like a gaff.
And we saw a couple things out there. There was some hat stuff going on.
Yes.
There was a moment where I think Zoe went to go grab a ball. You touched Dalton.
Gave
And
him a
there was like
little
a little.
noogie.
The crowd was like, "Oh, what's going on?" So, goofs and gaffes.
That was really one of the funner games we've played in because I think we played very well. So like I didn't think we played bad at all. It really was just like, all right, we were loose, having fun. It was just I think 2 of the better teams here like competing. So I wouldn't be surprised if we play them again.
Yeah, that's how I kind of predicted it. A lot of juice in the first inning, and in the second inning, it's going to get close and intense.
Yeah, that's how it felt. All right, thanks guys, appreciate it.
Thank you, Zach.
Is this regular water? What kind of water is this? Some days when I'm awfully low and the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight.
Great.
I can't harmonize for shit, so sorry.
That's good. Is up. So big comeback win, guys. First, a lot of hyping up the crowd when you tied it, and then especially when the win comes through. How's that feel?
Feels amazing. It was a game driven by energy, and once I got those 2 strikeouts, by the way, it was never a doubt that we weren't going to win this game. I said it in the first when we got ourselves into a hole. Never a doubt. It was going to be hard, but that's why you come to compete, and that's why you play to win.
Yes, sir.
'Cause if you don't play to win, you fucking lose. So I knew it was going to be a fight. We were always in the fight, and we were using the energy to our advantage. So when I snapped that new pitch that I just figured out over and it nicked the pole, I was going to take every ounce of that energy to get everybody up and put the momentum back on our side.
Was that the Snapdragon?
No, it wasn't a Snapdragon.
What was
I was
that?
trying to throw the Snapdragon.
Right.
But it kind of turned into the Vulcan, I call it.
The Vulcan, okay.
The Vulcan.
Gotcha.
Pitching strategy stayed consistent in the first inning, to what you guys told us.
Right.
A little bit switching up in the second inning. Were you happy with how it played out?
You give credit to We Got Ice because they fucked us up in terms of strategy
We
purposes.
Got Ice competed the whole way through.
They were hitting singles off Nick. I was just missing the zone. They have probably the best eyes in the tournament. So when I'm missing the zone like that, I think I'm going to get swings and misses. They take them. They get their walks, and it was very impressive.
Very
Top
patient
half of their
hitters.
inning. Yeah.
Very good competitors, very patient hitters, and they were also coming in to kick our ass.
Yeah. I mean, this was a game where 2 very similar energies are competing against each other. The chemistries are very high. But ultimately, we took our energy. We knew we had it. We weren't worried. Down 3-0. We came in the bottom half of the second inning and kicked their butts, won the game.
When we talked to We Got Ice, we said that they predicted a lot of goofs and gaffes for this game.
Yeah.
There was a little, Jack put it as, there was a little funny business in the first inning. A little hat play.
Yeah.
But also,
What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, just maybe from his end. I don't know if you also noticed anything, but
I didn't notice anything at all.
yeah. Jack said that maybe it gets a little silly in the first inning, but once we hit the second inning, everyone kind of locked in. Would
Everyone
you agree
locked
with
in.
that?
100%.
No, I didn't really see any funny business in the first inning, but I was pretty much locked in the whole time, especially when Jack got up for his first plate appearance. It was the beginning of the game. I didn't really see anything. Even, too, when I went up to the plate first time facing Jack, I didn't think anything was
Nothing crazy.
peculiar or anything like that. We were in it the whole time. But if Jack wants to say that, so be it, you know? Want me to fix your toilet?
Music is a big part of Dalton's game, at least. You guys sang to start off this press
did.
conference. Were there any songs going through your head?
You know what? It's funny. I love talking about songs. I have like Return of the Mac as a potential option for walking up. But I will say this just to deviate a little
You sang
bit.
during the game.
Oh, in my head was Return of the Mac. I was like, oh.
okay.
If I wasn't sick, I'm so sorry, guys. But just to deviate, this was the most mad I think I've ever been in the warehouse, and Nick literally had to calm me down. So I went from singing and dancing in my head to I was freaking pissed in the top half of the second inning.
Yeah, if you look after Dalton walked, was it Jack?
I got taken. I took myself out.
And he took himself out. I'm not having that shit.
Yeah,
and I was like,
livid.
I don't need that shit, Dalton. We're a team.
We
We're in the
balance
fight.
each other out.
Yeah.
You know, it went from music, singing and dancing in my head, Return of the Mac, if you will. Only girl in the world, Rihanna, too. We gotta fucking do this now.
Yeah.
We're down 3-0. We gotta do it now.
Wow. And we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your
Thanks,
time.
Zach. Love you.
All right, Paxton, let's start with the guys from Love Yas. Nicky Cass, I think second in the warehouse to only Trevor Plouffe in terms of confidence levels.
Yeah.
Right?
And
They never wavered.
They never did. And even when Nicky wasn't doing his best, it was so fun to watch Dalton come in and be the other guy and pull out that victory. I loved watching that.
There's no question about it. So now they improved to 2-0. They're going to be in the winner's side of the bracket. They could be the number 1 seed once all the tiebreakers are figured out. As for We Got Ice, they went into the bottom of the second with a 3-0 lead.
Yep.
They had to have Zoe record 2 outs. We saw how effective he was in game 1. He could not duplicate that here today.
No, and I think it was interesting listening to him say that he was throwing the exact same things he threw in the first game. And that just goes to show the level of talent in this matchup. And I mean, Zoe stated he was nervous before he ever threw that first pitch. And, I think Lovius just took advantage of it.
I'm telling you, so far we've had 5 games here in Blitzball Battle 3. I think we've had 3 walk-offs now.
Yep.
It's been utterly insane.
Yep.
The excitement never stops around here.
Never.
So for Paxton Elrod, our guy Pete Moylan, I am Chris Rose. We will see you next time here in the warehouse when we have a pair of 0-1 teams fighting just to make it into the postseason party. Hook, line, sinkers taking on McFlurry Power. That is next time here on Blitzball Battle 3, presented to you by our friends at Shady Rays.